When you look at the crowds today, you have maybe 5,000–6,000 people here. On the streets yesterday, 1 million people, 1 million Iranians in the street for the Ayatollah Khomeini. Does that not give you concern? Does that not make you afraid?
Because they are afraid, yeah, that's right. And most of the people don't say anything because they are afraid. And they are in silence, you know, they don't say anything.
Is this the silent majority of Iran out here now?
Yes, 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 that's right.
Do you want the Shah to return?
Yes, Shah, return to the country.
What about you, Shah? Why do you want the Shah? Why does she want the Shah?
ما شاه میخوایم ما بیچاره این
شادی کشتنش حلاله کجای قرآن گفته.
"47 years we've been bleeding in the dark, under the shadow of the Islamic regime, with a stone-cold heart. They silenced our voices, they turned off our light. 58 days without internet, but we still fought the night. Our children took the streets, they raised their empty hands, and the world looked away. Do you understand? Do you know Europe? Do you know what's been done? Do you know Europe? 42,000 souls are gone, killed in 2 days by a regime drenched in blood. Do you know Europe? days, that's all it took. Mothers and fathers and sons, did you even look? We stand with Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, our hope and voice. Millions behind him marching, he is our only choice. He only fights for freedom, democracy and human rights. But you mock him in your chambers while he fights for our lives. To pull us out of this darkness, this century-long night, while you sign deals with our killers and call it diplomatic right. Do you know Europe? Do you know what's been done? Do you know Europe? They hang 60-40 souls one by one, hanged within 4 months by a regime drenched in blood. Do you know Europe? Or have you just given up? Do you know Europe? Do you feel anything at all? Or did something break inside you while Iran answered the call? Do you know Europe? What happened to you, Europe? What made you so cold? What turned your heart to stone while our story went untold? Is oil worth more than blood? Is silence worth the shame? Because while you negotiate with murderers, we are dying, calling your name. Do you know Europe? Do you know what's been done? Do you know Europe? 42,000 souls are gone, killed in 2 days by a regime drenched in blood. Do you know Europe? Or have you just given up? Do you know Europe? We are still here, we are still strong. Do you know Europe? How much longer? How much longer? How long? Do you know Europe?
To all of our friends around the world, under the yoke of the Islamic Republic, Iran is identified in your minds with terrorism, extremism, and poverty. The real Iran is a different Iran, a beautiful, peace-loving, and flourishing Iran. It is the Iran that existed before the Islamic Republic, and it is the Iran that will rise again from its ashes the day the Islamic Republic falls. So let me be clear about how a free Iran will act towards its neighbors and the world after the fall of this regime. In security and foreign policy, Iran's nuclear military program will end. Support for terrorist groups will cease immediately. A free Iran will work with regional and global partners to confront terrorism, organized crime, drug trafficking, and extremist Islamism. Iran will act as a friend and a stabilizing force in the region, and it will be a responsible partner in global security. In diplomacy, relations with the United States will be normalized, and our friendship with America and her people will be restored. The State of Israel will be recognized immediately. We will pursue the expansion of the Abraham Accords into the Cyrus Accords, bringing together a free Iran, Israel, and the Arab world. A new chapter will begin, grounded in mutual recognition, sovereignty, and national interest. In energy, Iran holds some of the largest oil and gas reserves in the world. A free Iran will become a reliable energy supplier to the free world. Policymaking will be transparent. Iran's actions will be responsible. Prices will be predictable. In transparency and governance, Iran will adopt and enforce international standards. Money laundering will be confronted. Organized corruption will be dismantled. Public institutions will answer to the people. In the economy, Iran is one of the world's last great untapped markets. Our population is educated, modern, with a diaspora that connects it to the four corners of the world. A democratic Iran will open its economy to trade, investment, and innovation, and Iran will seek to invest in the world. Opportunity will replace isolation. This is not an abstract vision. It is a practical one, grounded in national interest, stability, and cooperation. To achieve this, now is the time to stand with the Iranian people. The fall of the Islamic Republic and the establishment of a secular, democratic government in Iran will not only restore dignity to my people, it will benefit the region and the world. A free Iran will be a force for peace, for prosperity, and for partnership.
وقتی واسه غم نی گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه وقتی واسه غم نی گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه. روبروم یه واژه، یه هدف به نام انتقامه، پشت سرم دعای مادر و تو دستم تفنگ بابامه. رو زبونم اسم شاه، بگینین عشق بی انتهاست، هر جا اسم ایران اومد اونجا صدای بچه رضاست. فردا می نویسن تو کتاب قصه دیمار، بگو با تیر جنگی کشتن بچه های بیگناه رو. بگو از بخت مادرها شیر زنا و دخترامون، بگو تنها شهید شدیم تا تنها نمونه شامون. وقتی واسه غم نی گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست، همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست. روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما، سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه. وقتی واسه غم نی گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست، همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست. روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما، سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه. وقتی واسه غم نی گرچه قصه هامون کم نیست، همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست. روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما، سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند میگم جاوید شاه.
سلام من به تو یار قدیمی، منم همون هوادار قدیم.
سید سلام، چطوری مرد کلی کتلت شدین دایی بدون مدرک؟ سلام بسیجی قهرمان رفتی پیش توسی با پنیر و یه نون سنگک. سلام به محفل قرآنیتون، سلام به مدیرای بحرانیتون، سلام به حاجی اکبر و طوله هاش و خارج و رفقای ارگانیتون، سلام به دزدای پول ملت که تش میفتین توی تور ملت. سلام به همه شما کرکسایی که دارین نونتون رو میزنین تو خون ملت، ساکتش زیر دست و پاک و تک بخورین حالا هی به یه بادکنک بدوین. سلام آخر تو زندان باشه وقتی قرار به این آب خنک بخورین. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. اینو بگذاریم به خاک میرسیم، تجزیه طلبی که به خاک بیرسیم. ایران مردمش وطن پرستن، از کرد تا بلوچ بری به فاک بیرسی. توف به هر چی مرسی است، توف به هر کی در پی تجزیه است، توف به لوی و همونی که شیفته ی گل ملیگرا تو وطن خدا نفسی هست. سر کردستان همه برپا شدن، بلوچستان فدای مهسا شدن. شم واحد که شیر و خورشید ما بقی جعلیا تنها شدن. شادی باشه واسه همه در میهن، کور بشه چه شهر چی اهریمن. رخه رو بگی تا اون 6 کلاس سواد و خبرگان و مجد سری ترجیحن. شبهای عروس و دامادی باشه، برن سلامتی نوش کنن آبادی باشه. لحظت کجاست میدون شهیاده به سمت اتوبان آزادی باشه. سلام به نسل ندید پدیدا، نبودیم ندیدیم قدیمتی ما. شاه بود تو شادی کل میزدین، حالا شاه بر میگرده پیک میزنین. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا. مرگ بر ملا متولی ننگ در دنیا، ننگ بر دوتا مجاهد چپی بعد از ملا.
فاهنگ به این خوشگلی بانو آیده بود، اسم یه مشخواهن رو توش بیاریم، ولی خب لازم بود دیگه. فکر کنم بانو آیده.
Flying over the sea,
Let's go. میخوام بگم از دلم، از عشق به این میهنم، به امید روز شکست دشمن شاه برمیگرده به وطن. برگشتن پهلوی وحشت هر اجنبی، بلند بگو همشهری شاه رضا پهلوی. نظام رسیده پرتگاه، بلند بگو جاوید شاه. برگشت شاه به میهن، دوای درد وطن. این آخرین نبرده، پهلوی برمیگرده. داره میاد پهلوی، زجه بزن سید علی. راه نجات وطن، پهلوی هموطن. ایران میشه گلستان، شاه که بیاد به ایران. ایران که شاه نداره، حساب کتاب نداره. آخون باید گم بشه، توپ تانک فشفشه. گم شو بیرون اجنبی، داره میاد پهلوی. فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. ما شاه میخوایم نه ملا، بذار بشنوه دنیا. ایرانی داد بزن، شاه تو فریاد بزن. برگشتن پهلوی وحشت هر اجنبی، بلند بگو هموطن. شاه رضا پهلوی، فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. بلند بگو جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. فریاد بزن جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه. بلند بگو جاوید شاه، شعار هر وطن خواه.
Look at us here today. We see so many flags representing so many nations. We know we are not alone, and we thank you for being with us. For all people around the world who stand today in unity with the Iranian people, this is not just because it's good for us, and you do it out of compassion and care for our rights to liberty and justice and equality and human rights. But understand that it is in your best interest too, to have, unlike this regime that has been propagating terror and radicalism, we the people of Iran are peacemakers and not warmongers. We like to be friends, especially with the free world. We'd like to be able to have the best neighborly relationship with the people of our area and the region, with the Arab countries, with Israel, and all our other neighbors. We are fighting for justice, we're fighting for human rights, we are fighting for liberty, we're fighting to put an end to all sorts of discrimination. Because as an Iranian, I stand here to tell you that I've dedicated 47 years of my life because I think that my country deserves far better than what we have right now. To now understand that their best remedy is to support the people of Iran, because ultimately a free Iran will be your best partner, not just to bring stability and peace, but it will be in your best economic interest and opportunities. Together we can prosper again, and the world will be so different once the Iranian people are free. I am here to guarantee a transition to secular democratic future. I am committed to be that leader of transition for you, so we can one day have the final opportunity to decide the fate of our country through a democratic, transparent process, through the ballot box and free elections. And let's make sure that this time, especially the free nations of this world and their governments, stand on the right side of history.
Well, Durud Patriots, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to day 153 of Iran Revolution Live with your wonderful and amazing host, Mr. Armin NAVABI.
And your wonderful and amazing host, Goldie Ghamari.
Thank you so much. Armin, how are you doing today?
Oh my God, President Trump with his recent post, very, very happy with that. Seems like none of the red lines, as you predicted, no budging on any of the red lines. President Trump now also, we got no information. He was heading towards in the Situation Room, making a final decision. What are you hearing about everything? This is what I have. Everybody's commenting on it. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, let's go to President Trump's Truth Social post. Let's get started with that. So, President Trump wrote on Truth Social, Iran must agree. And when did he post this? Let me see. So he posted this just like literally a couple hours ago. See, Armin, we always get the news right before Iran Revolution Live starts. So shout out to President Trump and all his admin team, right? Okay. President Trump wrote just a couple hours ago, Iran must agree that they will never have a nuclear weapon or bomb. The Hormuz Strait must be immediately open, no tolls for unrestricted shipping traffic in both directions. All water mines, bombs, if any, will be terminated. We have removed through detonation numerous such mines with our great underwater minesweepers. Iran will complete the immediate removal and or detonation of any mines that are left, which will not be many. Ships caught in the strait due to our amazing and unprecedented naval blockade, which will now be lifted, may start the process of heading home. Say hello to your wives, husbands, parents, and families from me, your favorite president. The enriched material, sometimes referred to as nuclear dust, which is buried deep underground with virtually collapsed mountains caused by our powerful B-2 bomber attack 11 months ago, sitting on top of it, will be unearthed by the United States, which it is agreed is the only country, along with China, with the mechanical capability of doing so, in close coordination and conjunction with the Islamic Republic of Iran, plus the International Atomic Energy Agency, and destroyed. No money will be exchanged until further notice. Other items of far less importance have been agreed to. I will be meeting now in the Situation Room to make a final determination. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump.
So,
Armin, I can't see the Islamic regime agreeing to any of this. I mean, there is no way. There is no way, like literally 0% probability that the Islamic regime will agree for the United States to go into Iran and remove the enriched dust.
Yeah.
Like there's that phrase in Persian, sad solusia, like sad solusia.
Right. And Goldie, if they agree, they're no longer the Islamic Republic. If they agree to that, whoever is agreeing to that, whatever that thing is, it's not the Islamic Republic. That's why, Goldie, the most important part of this text is the first 3 words. Agree.
Yes, exactly. I was going to point that out because people are going to get lost in the details and they're going to assume that a deal has been made. No. What President Trump is saying is that Iran must agree to our deal, and here are the main terms of the deal. And Armin, what's interesting is that everything that President Trump is saying here is exactly what we have been explaining on Iran Revolution Live. This is what the deal is. This is what President Trump wants. He has never faltered from this. He has never wavered from this. This has always been the deal. And even up until right now, the Islamic regime still has not agreed. That's why you're absolutely right. The first three words are the most important. Iran must agree. And then President Trump, Armin, right now, he's in the Situation Room, apparently making a decision.
Wow. 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 What do you think is going to come out of that?
Boom booms. I mean, I can't predict. I can't say with 100% certainty what's going to happen. But I think that the likelihood, right, like the chances of boom booms continuing are much more likely than the chances of the Islamic regime agreeing to allow the United States to go in and remove the enriched uranium themselves. Right? Like when just on the balance of probabilities, the likelihood of the Islamic regime being bombed at this point, to me, is much higher than the Islamic regime agreeing to the US going in. Because if the Islamic regime agrees to the United States going in order to remove the nuclear dust, that you're right. That's pretty much the Islamic regime surrendering.
Imagine, imagine if you're a regime supporter. But imagine it, just try. Imagine if you have been expecting maximum damage on the United States after the killing of your dear supreme leader. Not only you're not getting that, you're getting the Americans stepping inside Iran to get the nuclear dust. And like, what the hell is this? Like, how would a regime supporter would ever be able to support the Islamic Republic after the very people who are responsible for your supreme leader to be dead are now being allowed inside Iran? I almost said your country, it's not your country. Inside Iran to take out the nuclear dust. Like, it's unimaginable. This is why, Goldie, the Islamic Republic has been trying, and I think they will fail, to basically sacrifice Pezeshkian for this. They have been working on Pezeshkian to introduce him as this Zionist infiltrator who is going to bend the knee to the Americans, and we have no choice but to listen to him because he has been elected by the people. This is what the Islamic Republic is trying to do, to convince the supporters that it's not us, it's Pezeshkian, and we have no choice but to listen to him because he's the president. And it has a very, like, it's not going to work, but that's what they're trying to go with.
Yeah.
For extra flexibility.
Yeah, that's you're absolutely correct on all of that. And again, like you pointed out something really important here. The United States and Israel, pretty much started the military operation by exterminating Khamenei. Like, that's pretty much how they announced it, right? For like the last 37 years, Khamenei was talking about, namozakere, or like whatever, like, we're not going to negotiate, like, we're going to go to war with the great Satan and the little Satan, we're going to be successful. And like Khamenei was just like talking and like just basically spouting all this jihadi garbage nonsense, and he didn't even last. Like, he didn't even, like, I don't even think he knows that the war started, right? Because the United States literally announced the conflict by hitting Khamenei's compound and exterminating him right away, which I actually find absolutely hilarious. And they still haven't buried him, Armin. They still haven't buried Khamenei. Like, in what reality are we living in right now? It's wild.
Wow. And they call them Qudrat Mantaqe. They say we're the main power of the region.
Yeah.
While they can't even bury their own supreme leader. Yeah. And you're so right. Khamenei didn't even see it coming at all, because that's the reason why he went from a lower level of his shell bunker to a higher level, because the Americans managed to figure out a way to convince him that no attacks are incoming. And that's why he came to a place where he was vulnerable.
Absolutely. I want to play this Fox News clip. It's talking about President Trump in the Situation Room. So let's just go to this because I'm curious to see what they're saying.
Breaking news for you right now. President Trump saying he is heading into the Situation Room for a meeting on this potential Iran deal. I'm going to read the post to you here, so bear with me. He says Iran must agree that they will never have a nuclear weapon or bomb. The Hormuz Strait must be immediately open. No tolls for unrestricted shipping traffic in both directions. All water mines, bombs, if any, will be terminated. We have removed through detonation numerous such mines with our great underwater mine sweepers. Iran will complete the immediate removal and or detonation of any mines that are left, which will not be many. Ships caught in the strait due to our amazing and unprecedented naval blockade, which will now be lifted, may start the process of heading home. Say hello to your wives, husbands, parents, and families from me, your favorite president. The enriched material, sometimes referred to as nuclear dust, which is buried deep underground with virtually collapsed mountains caused by our powerful B-2 bomber attack 11 months ago, sitting on top of it, will be unearthed by the United States, which it is agreed is the only country, along with China, with the mechanical capability of doing so, in close coordination and conjunction with the Islamic Republic of Iran, plus the International Atomic Energy Agency, and destroyed. No money will be exchanged until further notice. Other items of far less importance have been agreed to. I will be meeting now in the Situation Room to make a final determination. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Interesting, because it's rare, Martha, that a president would announce going into the Situation Room to just have a discussion, but this president is keeping everybody up to speed at all times on all things. And so going into the Situation Room to, I guess, assess whether Iran is serious about any of these things. Iran, of course, said that it has red lines as well, and one of them was on the nuclear material issue.
So it is interesting. He's sending a number of signals here about where they are, or where he is really in all of this. And the things that he lays out, they can never have a nuclear weapon or bomb. So that line in and of itself, I think Iran will say, well, we never wanted one. We are obviously enriching to the levels that the only thing you can do with that kind of enrichment is to build a bomb. But they may say, yes, we'll agree to that because we never wanted one, even though we see that all their activities and behavior is completely to the contrary. The Hormuz Strait must be immediately open. No tolls for unrestricted shipping traffic in both directions. We know that Iran in these negotiations has been pushing to basically be the entity that organizes the traffic. And as Jack Keane, the General Jack Keane has said, that is control. If you're in charge of organizing who goes through and who comes out, that is control. And the president is saying that he will not agree to that. It doesn't sound like they're any closer to any agreement. And as you point out, Dana, he's in the Situation Room.
I mean, this is a decision you could make in the Oval Office.
It is.
You could make it anywhere. But he also said something in his Truth Social post that we haven't heard him talk a lot about. But there's a big piece in the New York Times today and on the Daily about the innocent people who are workers who have been trapped on these cargo ships. And they haven't been able to go home to their families for months. And they are the breadwinners for their families. And that's why when President Trump says, you will now be able to head home, kiss your wives, your son, your children, and you'll be able to at least get home. Can you imagine being stuck there? They're running out of food and medicine. And President Trump talked about that also being a humanitarian situation that the United States would try to solve.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be interesting if this goes through and we lift our blockade and everyone can leave this area. How do you determine whether or not oil tankers from Iran are also getting out in that opening of the blockade? We're going to learn more today.
And if the insurers will say, okay, we feel comfortable that you can move the ship, because the other thing President Trump emphasizes in there is the mines that are there, the bombs that need to be detonated. We've done some, but he's saying, Iran, you have a role to play here as well. Be sure to like and subscribe.
And Armin, right, just like clockwork, the Islamic regime has come out with a response to President Trump's Truth Social post. So Iran International posted this an hour ago. Claims by US President Donald Trump about a possible agreement with Iran are a mix of truth and lies and do not reflect the draft terms being reviewed in Tehran, IRGC affiliated Fars News reported, citing informed sources. Again, guys, when the IRGC is speaking, if their lips are moving, they're lying. The report said the draft agreement, framed as commitment for commitment. What? Commitment for commitment. That's like saying we're going to agree to come to an agreement in the future. Like that's not even a thing. So this commitment for commitment is in the final stages of approval in Iran, but no definitive decision has yet been made. According to Fars, Trump has claimed victory by presenting points that contradict the text of the draft, even as he says a U.S. blockade will be lifted. The report denied that Iran has agreed to reopen the Strait of Hormuz without tolls or conditions, saying no such clause exists in the draft. It said Tehran would reopen the strait after the blockade is lifted, based on its own arrangements, which could include monitoring, inspections, services, and security measures. It also rejected Trump's claim that Iran would dismantle or destroy its nuclear material, saying informed sources described the assertion as baseless.
Wow. The most humiliating part of this for the Islamic Republic that they cannot agree to, because I saw some people are concerned, like, oh no, he's going to open the blockade. That's what President Trump is doing. He's demanding that the Islamic Republic goes in and remove its own mines. You know, when it comes to like that is a level of humiliation. I hope you guys appreciate how humiliating that is for the Islamic Republic. So with that, the Islamic Republic has said that we will keep the Strait of Hormuz closed forever, and it's going to be forever in our control. And now President Trump is demanding to go pick up your own goddamn mines. I don't know if you don't see that as surrender. I don't know what you're thinking.
I agree, Armin. So there's apparently an addendum to this. So I just saw this. Ooh. So on top of that, Iran International also says the IRGC affiliated Fars News said the most important part of the draft MOU with the U.S. is an immediate payment of $12 billion in frozen Iranian assets, which Trump did not mention in his Truth Social post. It also said a full ceasefire in Lebanon, in line with Hezbollah's position, was another key issue missing from his statement.
So Israel should stop attacking Hezbollah for you to accept this deal? Like, as if Israel is going to be like, what am I? Israel should basically stop responding to the threat of Hezbollah to its own citizens on northern Israel for the Islamic Republic to be happy. Yeah, I don't think Goldie, I don't think we're going to have a deal. I don't see how this is going to be a deal. Nope. You're not even negotiating with Israel. What do they got? Like, how are you going to stop Israel from attacking Hezbollah?
This is what I mean when I say, whenever President Trump is talking about a deal, that deal has always meant terms that would lead to the unconditional surrender of the Islamic regime. And we're seeing that right now. I mean, the Islamic regime is literally saying, no, we haven't agreed to anything. And, I just said moments ago that the Islamic regime will never in a million years agree to the United States going in to remove the nuclear dust. And of course, they just confirmed that. So.
Wow. And Goldie, this is another good reminder how un-Iranian this regime is, because one of their highest priority is stopping the attacks on Hezbollah, which is has nothing to do with Iran.
Yeah, Hezbollah is basically just an extension of the Islamic regime itself, and they're not even Iranian. And the Islamic regime, you're absolutely right, they're very anti-Iranian. They care more about a bunch of like Arab terrorists that are occupying Lebanon than they care about Iranian people they claim to represent. So I can't honestly, Armin. I'm so done with all this terrorism. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until Hezbollah is eradicated, until like the Islamic regime is eradicated, until like the Houthis, Shabi, like just get rid of them all. They're literally a cancer on this earth. And just go for the head of the snake. Get rid of the Islamic regime, and the other problems will slowly start to solve themselves. I mean, Hezbollah is 100% funded with the stolen money of the Iranian people, and Hezbollah is not even Iranian. So,
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
They care more about saving Hezbollah than not just the Iranian people, but even their own supporters in Iran. They care about even their own supporters in Iran. They care about them less than they care about Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so those are sort of my breaking updates, Armin.
Okay. All right. Let me bring up mine. So So if this is already covered, it was at a different hour. I think it's also important to cover it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So the Islamic Republic is trying to wipe away the records of the people who they have murdered in early January. Right. So families of people killed in Iran's January protests say names and burial records have disappeared from Tehran's Behesht Zahra cemetery database, raising new concerns over efforts to erase evidence of the death. So they're showing up and they can't, there's no record of their loved ones. They're just being erased by the regime.
Yeah, they're basically they're trying to hide the evidence of the mass slaughter. I've also seen images of the graves, photos of the graves of these young Javidnams have been smashed and broken and shattered. So it's pure evil. It's pure evil. They're literally destroying records in order to hide the scale of the massacre on January 8 and 9.
Yeah. So imagine that. Imagine you're trying to go to the cemetery, trying to find your loved ones, and they're making it seem as if they never even existed. So not only they're basically trying to kill them twice. They killed them once by taking their life, and now they're killing them a second time by trying to erase their memory completely. And this is why we should remember, we should do our best to try to document every single person that we lost, because it's really hard, because there's so many of them, and we need to, because there are already thousands of Iranians that we don't even know their names, and we don't know their families, and we don't know that they were out there fighting for liberating Iran, and their names haven't even been documented. And it's scary, because even if the Islamic Republic, when the Islamic Republic falls, they might have, because right now they're in charge, by that time there might be no record of them, and these were people who went out there trying to liberate Iran, and we might lose them forever. We already lost them once, but we might lose their memory also forever. So there needs to be a way right now that we could figure out how to document every single one of them before this happens. So here's an interesting thing. This, by the way, Goldie, you were right about this, and now we have evidence that the regime is using prisoners to get people to go to protests, right? So look at this. Iranian authorities have sent some prisoners wearing electronic ankle tags to nightly government rallies, according to messages sent to Iranian International. So they're going out. Yeah. So guys, this is crazy. They don't have enough people to fill the streets and the pro-regime protests, so they're using prisoners, and and they're making sure that they're not gonna run away with electronic ankle tags. One person wrote that young and teenage prisoners had been temporarily released with electronic tags to take part in government organized rallies. I think what they would do is basically tell them that they're gonna maybe get less time in prison, or maybe get better conditions in prison, to get them to cooperate, or threaten them with torture or death to get them participate in these rallies.
I don't think they would
You
do it
guys-
for better. Like, they wouldn't give them better conditions. They would probably just threaten them and say, if you don't come out and demonstrate, like, we'll kill you or we'll kill your family or something like that, right?
No, they would lie sometimes with better conditions and then not
Yeah.
give them. Sometimes they do that, right? This also shows two things. First of all, it shows that the regime doesn't have enough people to come into the protests, in the pro-regime protests, but it also shows how desperate the regime is for these pro-regime protests, showing that there's more signs of division within the regime that makes them have to constantly try to show unity with these protests. So this is another sign of division. By the way, I have more to say about the division after this, because we have also more signs of that. And so the messages add to earlier accounts from citizens saying people had been paid to attend such gatherings or offered incentives, including food items such as cooking oil and rice. Iran International has received multiple accounts in recent days describing efforts by authorities to increase attendance at nightly pro-government events. And then, speaking of divisions, we had this the prospect of an interim agreement between Tehran and Washington has exposed deep divisions in Iran, with some officials presenting it as diplomatic progress, while hardliners warn it could cross the Islamic Republic's lines. So I just wanted to know that people know that this is continuing. This President Trump's, roller coaster that frustrates some of you guys, is actually has a lot of effect on the Islamic Republic. The division is significantly increasing because of the disagreements within the Islamic Republic on how to respond to President Trump. So I know a lot of you are focusing on the military operations, and maybe some of you are also focusing on the blockade, but don't underestimate how devastating all of this up and down is to the Islamic Republic. By the way, Goldie, I was wondering if you could help me out with this, because I'm going to be on, like, if you could help me figure out what do you think I should focus on, because I'm going to be on OAN later today, and they're going to be, the question that they're asking is to discuss the Iran ceasefire. This is what their words, okay, and President Trump announcing the blockade is over. I mean, I don't know if I would phrase it like that, if the blockade is over, because it seems like President Trump hasn't even announced that there has been an agreement from the other side. But how would you respond to this?
I would go with exactly what you said earlier, where the first three words of his Truth Social post are very important, that Iran must agree. So the blockade is not over. He's laying out, what needs to happen, and Iran must agree to all of this in order for this to be over. And if there was a deal or something that had been made, then President Trump wouldn't be in the Situation Room right now making a final decision. So I would just stick with the way that you explain it here, just calm, rational, and and then as well, I would say you can also now refer to the Iran International posts, where the regime has pretty much denied all of that, and instead they're focusing on like Hezbollah and apparently like $12 billion, which President Trump has not said is part of the terms of the deal, and just focus on how the Islamic regime lies, and it's all propaganda.
Sounds good. And also the internal division and how humiliating this would be for them to agree to any of this, and that's why they wouldn't be able to do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So what we haven't done for a while? We haven't done state TV propaganda. So I thought we should look at Mustafa Khoshcheshm, yes, okay, which is basically threatening the United States on behalf of the Islamic Republic, and saying America is vulnerable to fires, explosions in petrochemical plants, and also, guys, listen to this, threatening to use tactical nuclear bomb and cyber and biological warfare covertly. So this is on the Islamic Republic state TV, and this is being broadcasted on state media. So do you want? Okay, it's actually translated already, so we could just read the captions. Guys, this is the Islamic. This is not just a YouTuber. This is an Islamic Republic political analyst on state TV, and the state TV is broadcasting the use of biological threats of using biological weapons against United States. So listen to this.
مثلا هفته پیش سپاه که قبلا میگفت
So this was recent. Look at this. In May 24.
مثلا هفته
So last week the IRGC stated that if we would be attacked,
پیش سپاه که قبلا میگفت دستم رو ماشه است بزنی قبلتر سید مجید موسوی
in the past they used to say we have our finger on the trigger.
فرمانده محترم هوافضا میگفت که
Sayyid Majid Musavi, guys, remember I told you to remember Musavi. He's on our boom boom chart. Okay, Sayyid Majid Musavi, our IRGC Aerospace Force Commander, used to say that
چاهای نفت و گاز و زیرساخت‌های منطقه رو میزنن.
We would attack oil fields and energy infrastructure in the region. Okay, so that's the first threat that they already achieved.
هم هفته پیش گفت که اگه بزنی جوابت دیگه فرامنطقه‌ایه. فرامنطقه.
What does beyond the region mean? Guys, we talked about this. The IRGC came up with a statement saying that next time, if there is military operations, military attacks against us, at first we've warned you that we're going to be attacking the region, meaning the Arab countries around the Persian Gulf. The next time is going to be beyond the region. So we here discuss that beyond the region probably means like Europe, terrorist activities in the United States, Canada, Australia. So let's see what the state TV says, what that means. What does beyond the region means? Okay, so he asked, what does beyond the region mean? It means forget about attacking here.
فرامنطقه یعنی چی؟ یعنی که این منطقه رو ول کن. جاهای
It will be in other places. It could be near the United States or within the United States. Guys, look at that. This is a direct threat against the United States. Yeah, sleeper cells. I mean, they're not very effective at that, but that's what he's hinting at, maybe. But actually, he will give you a list, not just sleeper cells, guys. He will give you a list. Let me actually put you. Yeah, okay.
کجا حتی نمونه هاش هست. مثلا ممکنه یه دفعه بریم کنار دست آمریکا، توی آمریکا. حالا این روزها
Thank God the weather is hot in the US these days. I don't know. Let's see what does that got to do with anything? Saying thank God the weather is hot in the US these days.
که البته الحمدلله هوا گرمه تو آمریکا همش انفجار و آتش سوزی.
And there are many explosions and fires everywhere. Oh, he's making a joke, right? So he's saying there is a lot of fire and explosions in the United States right now. So he's joking like, oh, it's really hot in the US right now. I think he's trying to take credit. It's like this hot weather for some reason loves their petrochemical plants. Look, and this host is laughing. You know what he's doing? He's basically pretending that petrochemical plants in the United States are going boom boom, and that's not because of the hot weather. We're doing it. So guys, this is an old strategy of the Islamic Republic. Whenever they can't do anything in the United States, they go and see if there is anything happening in the United States, and they say that was us. They hint that it was us. So guys, don't be please don't be rude during Iran Revolution Live. So don't use guys, please put in my chat who please must let the people in my chat know that during Iran Revolution Live, during this segment, this is a family friendly show, and I need you guys to be more polite at this segment in my chat. Can you do that, please? I would appreciate that. No, yeah, Newton, you're being good. Just this segment. This is a family-friendly show, so please be more polite during this segment, okay? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, good confirmation. Thank you. Thank you.
اینقدر عاشق پتروشیمیاشونه. ما امکانات زیادی داریم برای اینکه خیلی جاها
Saying we have many resources to do many things in different places.
خیلی کارها بکنیم. نمونه‌های زیاد
And just recently there were few examples of that.
زیادی هم همین اخیراً هم کلی نمونه داشتیم.
So guys, let me tell you, what he's saying is a reflection of what so many comments I see of the pro-regime people. If you go to their Telegram channels and stuff, they go like, oh my God, look, this person died in the United States. This person died in Israel. That was, ooh, who was it? Ooh, oh, they say it was a heart attack. Was it a heart attack? Ooh, they say this person had a car accident. Ooh, there's a fire somewhere in the United States. They say it's an accident. Sure, it was an accident. So this is projection. Because there's so many so-called gas leaks in Iran, and people know these are like, explosions by Mossad or something like that. And the Islamic Republic just constantly mentions that these are gas leaks. But now that they see that we are making fun of them, they are now going and looking at accidents and people dying in Israel and United States and saying like, that wasn't us. Wink, 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 wink. Trying to claim credit for anything that is happening in the United States, right? That's what they're doing.
بکنیم. نمونه‌های زیادی هم همین اخیراً هم کلی نمونه داشتیم.
Yeah.
دست و بالمون
It's not as if our hands are tied. So yeah, sure, buddy. This, by the way, demonstrates how desperate the regime is to convince pro-regime Iranians that America and Israel is suffering because of them.
اینجوری نیست که بسته باشه. اگر تو در
Look at this. So if we can carry out a sabotage operation like we did in Beit Shemesh,
منطقه بسیار محافظت شده بیت شمس میتوانید عملیات
which is a highly protected area, then we could do it anywhere in Israel.
اینجوری بکنی خرابکارانه هر جای اسرائیل هم میتونی.
This is the demand that the pro-regime people have because they think that they haven't done enough against Israel and United States. Guys, look at that flag. What the hell? Look at that. Look at the graphics behind them. Okay, so now he's saying, considering the two recent wars, isn't it better to change Iran's nuclear doctrine? Somebody get this out there. Somebody get this out there. This is by Membri TV. Look at this.
جنگ اخیر آیا بهتر نیست دکترین هسته‌ای ایران تغییر کند؟ لابد منظورشون چیزه دیگه.
So by doctrine, they mean the nuclear bomb. So because you know what? See, guys, this is how useless a fatwa is. Remember John Kerry saying like, oh, the Islamic Republic can't have a nuclear bomb anymore because Ali Khamenei issued a fatwa against having a nuclear bomb, as if you can't undo a fatwa. As if a fatwa means that it's unchangeable. Once you give a fatwa, it's over. Like, what the hell? First of all, as Goldie says, if their lips are moving, they're lying. So there's that. But two, a fatwa can be removed anytime that it's necessary. Look, like they're openly discussing changing that doctrine. It's as easy as changing every time. Like, yeah, we had a fatwa against nuclear bombs, and now we don't. And now we don't anymore. The Ayatollah remove it. It's that easy. So I don't know why John Kerry. I mean, I know why, but yeah, they fell
Not
for
even
it.
him, Armin. I was watching the Senate committee hearing where Admiral Brad Cooper was testifying, and there were like a few Democrats who were saying the same thing. They were like, "We used to have an Ayatollah that issued a fatwa saying that they're never going to build a nuclear weapon, and now we've replaced them with his hardliner son." And I was like, in what reality are you living in, you insane Democrat? Yeah, even the Democrats are using the fatwa line as if like a fatwa is actually like meaningful in any way, shape, or form, as if it's like some sort of like, iron locked, commitment that can never be changed. It was the craziest thing that I was hearing.
Unbelievable. What these people don't understand is that there's only one doctrine that the Islamic Republic respects, and that's what Khomeini called Ojab Wajibat, which means the highest of all priorities, and everything else could be sacrificed because of it. And that's the Islamic rule must continue, that you need to have Islamic rule over all land. That's the only doctrine that they believe in. And Khomeini, to make this clear, he said that between the life of the Mahdi and this highest of all priority, which means Islamic rule, you should choose the Islamic rule. Meaning that even if you have to kill the Mahdi for the sake of that, for the sake of Islamic rule continuing, go ahead and kill the Mahdi. That's what Khomeini said. So a fatwa, forget a fatwa, not even the Mahdi was able to stop them, for them to be able to continue their rule. This is their doctrine. Okay, so he's saying there is a religious issue and a political issue. Yes.
یه مسئله فقهی داره.
فقهی.
یه مسئله سیاسی.
بله.
خب.
Yes.
رهبری.
Yeah, as far as I know, our leader is standing by his father's decree, the fatwa.
تا اونجا که من خبر دارم.
Oh, guys, Democrats, good news. Good news, Democrats. You don't need to criticize Trump anymore. Apparently, Mujtaba also agrees with Ali Khamenei's. Guys, it's go home. Nothing to see here. We have been worrying much about nothing. So there's no harm done. Ali Khamenei is dead. Mujtaba also agrees with the fatwa. So Democrats, you could now breathe, okay? We could all trust the Ayatollah. He agrees with his father's fatwa. So no threat here.
فرمودن که بر حکم پدرشون باقی هستن. مسئله فقه و این هاست که
So that weapons of mass destructions are forbidden.
کشتار جمعی.
Guys, nothing in Islam is forbidden if you need to do it to save Islam. Absolutely nothing. In Islam, you could eat pork, you could drink alcohol, you can do things that I'm not going to say here because it's a family-friendly show. You could kill the Mahdi. You could kill, as they say, as Mir Bagheri said, half of the world, half of the known world. You could destroy it. Anything you need to do to save Islam is not forbidden. Nothing in Islam is forbidden if you need to do it to save Islam.
بله حرام است.
Haram.
اما آیا
Does this mean we are not allowed to build one for deterrence? Ooh, he's saying that the fatwa means that we can't use a nuclear bomb, but we can build a nuclear bomb for deterrence. Oh, so the fatwa doesn't even stop you from building one.
معنیش اینه که تو برای بازدارندگی نمیتونی بسازی؟ اینا نکته فقه.
So this is a religious question that the leader of a country needs to answer. So you know what he's doing? He's basically preparing the minds of the pro-regime people to do something that maybe some of them thought it would go against the fatwa. He just puts it out there because he's not one of the ulama. He's not like a religious scholar. So he comes out like, oh, a religious leader should come and talk about this. So he's testing the waters. That's what the state TV does. They put stuff out there and try to see what the reaction to it is like.
رهبر کشور باید جواب بده و بهش برسه.
Also, the supreme leader needs to answer this.
میشه ساخت برای بازدارندگی. دو.
He's saying mass killing is forbidden. Sure, buddy. He's saying mass killing is forbidden, but could we build a tactical nuclear bomb?
برای کشتار جمعی نباید این کارو کرد. آیا میشود بمب تاکتیکی هسته‌ای ساخت؟
So he's saying like tactical nuclear bombs are basically not for mass killing. He's saying and avoid using it on civilian population. Look at this, pretending to care about civilian populations. These are the same people who have just been bombing Arab countries, civilian, their commercial areas and residential areas. Like, oh, can we make a nuclear bomb in a way that we could use it that avoids hurting the civilian population? Pretending as if they care about that. These are the same people who were just responsible for killing 42 civilian Iranians in less than 10 hours. And he's trying to pretend like, oh, maybe we could make a tactical nuclear bomb that wouldn't threaten civilian population. and say we could use it on Air Force bases.
تو جمعیت نزد.
Guys, if they have tactical nuclear bombs, they will basically throw it right in the middle of Dubai if they want, if they get a chance, and everywhere else if it could reach it.
زد تو پایگاه‌های نیرو هواییش و فوقش اگه لازم.
And guys, you know what they would do? They would throw it in the middle of a highly dense population civilian area, and they would be like, what the hell are you doing? And they were like, there was Americans there. There was an American soldier there. Exactly what they did with when they hit Arab countries and Israel. So they target civilian areas, and then if you try to, when you accuse them of targeting civilians, they were like, nope. Americans. There were American soldiers there. I mean, you saw the Lego videos. They were bragging about the Lego videos. Their own propaganda was showing them flattening residential areas. By the way, guys, I see we have super chats. We are gonna go to super chats in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we're gonna do super chats. Thank you for the support.
تو دیمونا و مثلا میگن جایی که تو بیابونه و بمب هیروشیمایی نیست، تاکتیکیه.
Okay, so we could use a tactical bomb like in a desert area, not like a Hiroshima type bomb, but still it would cause massive damage.
گسترده داره ولی اینها نکته فقهیش باید حل شه.
So the religious issue needs to be resolved here.
سیاسیش چیه؟
And like what is it? What is the political issue?
خب نکته سیاسیش این
Okay, so he's saying we might nevertheless need to do something to prepare.
که بالاخره تو بایستی کاری بکنی دیگه، بالاخره یه روزی
For a possible nuclear showdown. Yes. Oh my God, what the hell?
ممکنه که به رویارویی اینطوری بکشه.
بله.
حالا بگذاریم.
So in addition, like let's not talk about it. So in addition, the era of the nuclear bomb has passed.
دوران بمب هسته‌ای گذشت. بمب هسته‌ای رو بزنی مسئول.
Because it brings liability upon you. Everyone will know you did it. Oh, he's saying we can't use a nuclear bomb because if we use a nuclear bomb, everybody is going to know that it was us.
همه میفهمن تو زدی. الان
So now is the era of cyber operations and other new forms of warfare. Watch this.
سایبری و روش‌های
Now is the era
نوین کارهایی میشود کرد که تو اصلا
where you can do things without having to accept responsibility.
مسئولیتش به عهده نگیری. نه اینکه ما این کارو میکنیم.
I'm neither confirming nor denying that we are doing this.
بله میفهمم که این ابزار وجود داره. بله.
But for example, biological warfare and cyber warfare. So he's saying the problem with the nuclear bomb is that if you use it, everybody would know it was you. But if we use biological warfare, we can deny it. There's a level of plausible deniability.
جنگ‌های میکروبی، جنگ‌های بیولوژیک، جنگ‌های سایبری.
Wow. Goldie, they're on state TV, they're saying let's go with biological weapons against Americans because then we could deny it was us. Unbelievable. Wait, let me see how the chat is. Okay. So let me go here. And I saw that Iran International also reported on this. Look at this. Iran International also reported on this. It's saying Mustafa Khosheshman, an Iranian state TV pundit and regime insider, said the era of nuclear bombs has passed, arguing that cyber and biological warfare can inflict major damage while allowing attackers to avoid responsibility. That is crazy. They're just openly posting that, openly saying that on state TV. Okay, we had an update from CENTCOM that I think we should look into. So CENTCOM had a fact check. The U.S. Central Command CENTCOM on Thursday denied Iranian state media news that an American aircraft was shot down near Bushehr in southern Iran, saying no U.S. aircraft were lost. So the claim was Iran state. So what was the claim? Iran state TV claimed Iranian forces downed a U.S. aircraft near Bushehr. False. CENTCOM said in a post on X, no U.S. aircraft was shut down. All U.S. air assets are accounted for. I don't know, guys. Which one should I believe? Can you help me out with that? CENTCOM or the Islamic Republic State TV?
It's a tough one, Armin. It's a tough one.
Oh.
Do we believe the 7th century Durka jihadis who basically yell Allahu Akbar and just want to, I don't know, destroy the entire world, and are literally terrorists and murder Iranian people? Do we believe them, or do we believe I don't know, the leader of the free world? Tough. It's a tough one, Armin. It's a tough one.
Okay.
Maybe we should go poll and ask our chat. Who's more trustworthy, the Islamic regime or the United States?
Wow.
Gosh.
Oh my god. That would be a funny poll.
That would be wild.
We got some new images out of Iran. Armed forces carrying a heavy machine gun rode through a crowd in a military vehicle in Abadan. Okay, not Abadan. There's two different places. Abadan. A video sent to Iran International showed. So we have higher military presence now in the street. So, guys, the reason why we pay attention to seeing more armored military vehicles in the streets is every time we see that, it might be signs that the Islamic Republic is suspecting, uprisings, right? So, because the Islamic Republic has access to more information than we do, right, from the ground. So every time we see that security measures are increasing, it might be because they saw something, or they have some intelligence that makes them afraid that there might be an uprising. That's why we pay attention to that, right? So we had a statement from Vice President J.D. Vance that I think we should listen to. Here, it's a short one. So J.D. Vance here is saying U.S. close to, okay.
If you look at what we've already accomplished here, assuming that we're able to get to a final agreement here.
Okay, he said agreement. I don't like the vocabulary that Iran International is using here. That's why I didn't read it. Because an agreement is an agreement to a memorandum of understanding to maybe one day eventually in a parallel universe get to a deal. It's not itself getting close to a deal.
If you look at what we've already accomplished here, assuming that we're able to get to a final agreement here, we're reopening the Straits of Hormuz. We've already decimated their conventional military, and we're in a position where we can substantially set back their nuclear program, not just during the term of this president, but over the long term. That's a very, very good thing for the American people. So we're not there yet, but we're very close. We're going to keep on working at it. Thank you, guys.
So again, when he says we're not there yet, guys, that means that not even the memorandum of understanding is even there. And so forget about a deal, right? Forget about a deal. So we got let me see how much time we have. We have 3 more minutes. So we had another update, say Iran basically doing a terror attack in Denmark, which is an indication of what they mean when they say beyond the region. So the Islamic Republic has become an increasingly significant factor in the terror threat facing Denmark, especially against Israeli and Jewish targets and Iranian dissidents. Denmark's National Security and Intelligence Service said Friday. Guys, this is why we need Zionism, and this is why we need to free Iran. Okay, Zionism, like Jews are not safe anywhere in the world. That's why Jews need to protect each other. That's why the whole point of Israel and Zionism, right? So, yeah. So this is something that the Islamic Republic would love to show its followers to show that they're doing something. So here's a quote saying, over the past year, state actors have become increasingly important to the terror threat. We assess that this applies in particular to Iran, which poses a threat especially to Israeli and Jewish interests, as well as certain Iranian dissidents in Europe, including Denmark. So this is Finn Borch Andersen, head of PET, said in a statement. The threat from Iran emanates from the Iranian intelligence services, which make use of both criminal networks and the recruitment of operatives in Europe to plan and carry out attacks, he added. PET said rising hostility between Iran and Israel in recent years, especially since Israeli and U.S. strikes against Iran began in February, has affected the threat environment in Denmark and other Western countries. So some people don't understand like why the conflict in the Middle East will make the Islamic Republic do against the Jews and Israelis and Iranian dissidents inside Europe, is because they need to sell something to their followers. They need to. This is psychological warfare and information warfare. They need to deliver to their regime supporters that they are doing something significant against Israelis and their opposition in outside of Iran. And this shows how important it is for the regime for it to maintain its legitimacy among its followers. Let me also watch this, and then we could go to super chats. Again, thank you guys for all the super chats. Let's watch this. I think it's about time. I'll just watch one video and then we'll go there. So one.
Go.
There's a.
As the president said, we lost on time 2 days ago now, in the cabinet meeting, sit right next to him. He looks in the camera, says, "Well, Iran can either do it the right way with a deal across the table, or they can deal with my guy on the left." That happened to be me. But it's not me, it's you guys.
So you're just confirming that if the Islamic Republic does not accept the deal, there's going to be significant boom booms, as we say here. Also, we should also say happy birthday to Marco Rubio. It was his birthday. Amo Marco.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah. So let me just share that as well, and then we could go to super chats. Let's watch this. Oh, wait a minute. I can't play that. That's one of the most copyrighted songs in the world. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll stop. So just imagine the song. They're singing that copyrighted, extremely copyrighted, legally protected song. They're singing that. So happy birthday, Amo Marco. That was great. Okay, so it's super chat time. Oh, let's remove this. There we go. Okay. Let's see. William, thank you so much, William, for the super chat saying day 153 means I've been here 150 days. Really?
Wow.
Thank you so much, William. Wow. From day 4. Amazing. Thank you for being by our side. That's very... Thank you so much for that, William. Really appreciate you having you here. And then, oh my, what is that? Oh my God. How do I read that name?
Go for it, Armin.
Oh, the Goldie gave up. Oh my God. At Giwiriadau Kifrifiaduron. Yes, nailed it. Nailed it.
I feel like someone was taking like something that you were saying and then they reversed it, and so they were like playing your voice in like reverse or something. That's what I feel like was happening there.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking that people are trying to get me to summon a demon in my home, just by using these usernames. Thank you, though. Thank you for the super chat. Saying, hi, Goldie. Hi, Mr. NAVABI. Oh, wow. Yes, that's Mr. NAVABI. Hi, Goldie. Hi, Mr. NAVABI. Isn't it wild that 42,000 Iranians is Zionist, quote unquote, Zionist propaganda, but Israel bombing 200,000 PlayStations is fact. So supporting you, Lions. Thank you. Well, let me actually correct you because I've learned this from the people in our community. It's not 200,000 Palestinians. It's 200,000 pregnant journalists. What else is there? Palestinians with doctorate degrees that happen to be also children. Yes, it's 200,000 child journalists, pregnant doctors. So make sure you get it right. And yes, but I love the PlayStations. Referring to that's yes. So yeah, I know. I wonder if there is a bias there. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I mean, those numbers come from Hamas, but yeah, sure, yeah, exactly. Guys, tell me why why do you think they believe that? Might have to do something with the Jews. It might be with the Jew element. I think it's the Jew element, isn't it? I basically went through. I did a live stream. I went through every single factor that that could explain the bias, and I showed that it's not, none of them would make sense except the Jewish factor. It's always the Jewish factor. And thank you so much, Ruben Cabbage, for the super chat saying name for Armin plus Ali, Alarmin. Oh, Salamati. Cheers, Salamati. Good name. And cheers, Roman Cabbage. Salam به سلامتی شما. ممنون ازتون. And then we have William again with another super chat saying Trump's truth post is bait to get the Islamic regime to show that they can't be negotiated with. Exactly. One of them is that's on point, William. On point. One of them. Another one is basically causing division. Earning Trump much needed political capital. I mean, it does that. It does end up achieving that. I mean, if we go to boom booms at any time now, President Trump have completely demonstrated that he has exhausted every single possible way to give them a chance, and this will give him complete legitimacy to be able to carry out the operations. Lior is saying, Armin, put on a blazer for your interview.
I agree.
I have. Okay. I'm leaning. This is already a lot for me, so I'm leaning into it, but I don't have it yet. I will buy a blazer. I will buy a blazer, and I will eventually do that as well. I mean, guys, this is like people. When I started my Persian channel, some of the first comments that I was getting from Iran is like, "Who are you?" Like, this is not the Armin that I used to go live on my channel wearing a tank top. Okay, so they're like, who is this? Is this Armin's dad? Like, what is happening? So some Iranians, after 3 months of not having internet, the first thing they see of me on our channel is me wearing this. Are like, Armin, you changed so much. Who is this person? So they were like shocked. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, but yeah, sure. Slowly, I have to slowly change it, so I don't want to shock my audience. Okay.
People just, you know what, Armin? It's just like it's like a psychological thing. People will just take you more seriously if you're wearing a suit or like a blazer at least. So.
Okay, but I will slowly do that because I have my fan base is not used to it. Okay, so I have to ease into it. Okay, blame it on Goldie. Oh, Goldie! I forgot, on the Persian channel, people were asking like, Armin, when are you gonna bring Goldie here as a guest?
Oh, I'll join at some point. Okay. I've been a little busy. Like I'm kind of. Yes. Working on sort of my own things as well, but I'll definitely try to join when I can.
Thank you, Goldie. And then we got another super chat. Thank you, Mel Catwoman, saying congrats, Armin, on OAN. Well, I owe it to Goldie, and thank you, Goldie, for making all of this happen.
Absolutely, no, you're very welcome. And so the reason you want to wear a blazer when you go on these shows is because because you should, whenever you do these interviews on the mainstream media, use it as sort of like an audition for your next interview. So if you look professional, if you're dressed in like a blazer, people take you more seriously and they will want you to come back more. It's just how it
I
is.
will.
So
I will go buy one then. I will go get one for sure. Okay. Thank you though. Thank you. I don't have one, so I mean I have one, but if I say why I'm not wearing it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, Armin. Oh, okay."
it's because it's too tight because you're so muscular. Yeah, you already told us.
Yeah.
Humble brag, humble bragging.
Yeah. I didn't even say it. You said it.
Well, because you told us last time.
Yeah, okay. So, but it doesn't fit me. What should I do? Okay. Okay. So we have to go to the next super chat. Sarah, thank you, Sarah, for the super chat saying, I'm going gray from the street, from the stress of this revolution. Sorry, it was far away. I'm going gray from the stress of this revolution. Oh no. I get it.
We all are.
Yeah.
We all are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going gray, lack of sleep, looking a little bit paler. So there you go. Yeah.
But it makes it easier that we're doing this together.
Yeah.
Right? Like us keeping each other company while we go through this makes it a lot easier. I think, at least, right?
Yeah.
And thank you, Sarah, for being with us. Yeah. All right. Somebody
Oh
in the
wait,
chat is
Armin,
saying,
sorry. Can I just share this really quick? Don't get rid
Yes,
of
of
that one. I think you should also wear a monocle. I think the monocle will look very fancy. Just, go for the full like Monopoly look. Like just wear the monocle and like a
And the
top
hat.
hat. Yeah. Get like a mustache. And then whenever you're speaking, just like twirl your mustache. There you go.
Okay. I might actually do that for us here. I'm saying
Got
Goldie
it.
said so. Okay. Sure. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, we have another super chat by Fleshy Interloper saying, like Cuba and Venezuela, he might insist on the money being restricted to the people's benefits. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's what he has historically has done. So that's a good point. You have to keep that in mind. And then we have another super chat from Uncle saying, cool story, dude. I know what this is in response to. It's a response to that guy basically claiming that they managed to cause a lot of devastation in the United States. Yes, that was actually, Uncle, that's the best response. Yep. I know, no. Actually, you know how this, Uncle, you know how you could make it even more complete? You have to say it needs more dragons and stuff. Okay, you have to say, cool story, dude. It needs more dragons. That would be the best way to complete the response. And then we have PC. Thank you so much, PC, for the super chat. Saying, Goldie and Armin, reason people wanted to disrupt talk on ancient Israel and British Museum is it ruins the Arab narrative. Asian artifacts ruin pro-Palestinian narratives. Yes, they do. Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's a good point. It demonstrates that there was never such a thing as Palestine and that the Jews are native to that land, which goes against everything that the Palestinian cause stands for and, advocates for. Good point, PC. Yes, facts. Yes. Oh, yeah. Facts ruin Islamic propaganda. Pikachu face. Pikachu shock face, actually. Okay, Philly is saying, why do the Islamic Republic feel the need to build a nuke themselves instead of asking their allies, Russia, China, and North Korea, etc., for one? Well, because here's the thing: like when it comes to nuclear bomb countries, they actually don't like to share it. I mean, sometimes they do. Like for example, Pakistan got the North Korea gave some information, but most of the time, like for example, China and Russia, as much as they like to use the Islamic Republic as a tool against United States and Western powers, they prefer the Islamic Republic will stop being a tool and be its own thing if it became a nuclear power, right? it will be able to be more independent from Russia and China if it had its own nuclear weapon. So it's not like something that Russia and China don't want the Islamic Republic. What the hell? Wait, let me remove this. Okay, wow. What the hell? That actually looks good. You know what? I'm convinced. I'm gonna do it. What?
I think, I think you need to do all of your interviews dressed up like the Monopoly man. Look, it looks good on you.
Oh my god, yeah. Do you think they would take me more seriously like
Oh,
this,
yeah,
Goldie?
absolutely. Oh, like if you were dressed like this talking to me, I wouldn't even speak. I would just be like, this man knows everything, and I'm just not gonna like this man is clearly an authority. So.
Oh my on what? Oh my god. Oh my god. I should hold Monopoly money with me when I come like that. Okay, you know what? At one point I'm going to come and sit here like that. At one point I'm going to do this for sure. How does that even stay there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it just like, I don't know. Actually, maybe it goes in like the bone or something. Ugh, I have no idea.
Oh my god, that looks uncomfortable.
Guys, isn't AI scary? Like this looks real. Like if someone told me that this is like a photo of Armin for like Halloween, I would have been like, "Oh yeah, that's totally him."
Oh my god. Oh my god. Love
gosh.
it.
All right. Okay. Anyways, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll send you that picture if you want.
Yeah, thank you. No, yeah, I'm gonna send it to my wife. See what she thinks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that's good. Yeah. Okay. So and Philly. So now you know, because then the Islamic Republic will stop being a tool that Russia and China could control against America, and they will become a power of themselves, which is not what they want. And thank you for the super chat. But North Korea would be a good option. Oh, also another answer, actually, Philly, is that it's not that easy for the Islamic Republic to be able to move nuclear material. Mossad will be able to detect that they're doing that and stop it way before they do that. It's actually easier for them to try to figure out how to do it internally. And PC, thank you so much for the super chat, saying, did you know Palestinians have damaged archaeological items because they support existence of ancient Israel? Palestinians deny history. Yes, they do. Palestinians deny history. I mean, yeah, everything that they stand for is a denial of history, for sure. For sure. I mean, they deny history for now. Once they have the upper hand, then they will be all of a sudden historical experts on how Islam was expanding and how their agenda has always been imperialism, pan-Islamic imperialism. So they only deny history now when they don't have the upper hand. If they did have the upper hand, they wouldn't be denying it anymore. And then we have KP with the super chat. Thank you so much, KP, saying 3 cheers and a buck of week coffee to the IRGC and their hubris. Okay. May they continue the path. Happy Friday, Goldie and Armin. Okay.
Thank you. Happy Friday. And to
Happy
everyone
Friday.
who's observing, Shabbat Shalom as well.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Guys, in Israel, when you're walking in Jerusalem in Shabbat, you hear people just walk around and be like, Shabbat Shalom. And you're like, Shabbat Shalom. It's so good. It was so fun.
You know, I was in Israel a couple of years ago for Yom Kippur, and everyone was like, they were like, Goldie, so when Yom Kippur is happening, like the entire city's like Tel Aviv's going to be shut down. And apparently for people who don't really observe Yom Kippur, or they're not like religious Jews, it's called Bicycle Day, because what people do is they take their bicycles out and they just drive, like they ride their bicycles on on the highway because there are no cars out. like literally, Armin, no cars. So I was like, really? And then it was exactly that. Like families were out with like little children, just, bicycling down. Think of like the highway. Like, so then I rented a bicycle and I was biking along the main road on Tel Aviv by the beach, and it was pretty cool.
So Goldie, in Shabbat in Jerusalem, we almost starved to death from hunger because we couldn't find anywhere that was. We were so hungry, and we didn't know. We weren't prepared.
You have to go to Jaffa. You have to go to like the Arab section.
We did. No, yeah, exactly. So we were like, driving around, like, what the hell? Where's food? Like, we're gonna, like, I genuinely was so hungry. Anyway, we finally found somebody. I was like, where is the restaurant that was open? And he said, there is none. I'm like, what do you guys do? What, like, I'm pretty sure there's some people here who are not as religiously observant and are heathens like me. And like, oh yeah, they go to this town, this Arab town next to Jerusalem. I'm like, oh, so we drove to this Arab town next to Jerusalem, and all the Jews were there.
Yeah,
there was Arab restaurants, and the Jews who are not that religiously observant go from Jerusalem to this Arab city, and so we had Arab servers and this Arab restaurant, and all the customers were Jews from Jerusalem, and and they had great food. Okay?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. See, guys, Arab Jewish unity. Okay, so you go to the Arab city to eat. Okay. By the way, the many Arabs in Israel are really, really friendly to Jews, and they're proud of being Israeli. I met so many Arab Israelis who were proud of being Israeli. So it was fun to see that. Right, yeah. But the restaurants were filled. The Arab restaurants were filled because, there was no alternative. And then we had PC. Thank you so much, PC, for the super chat, saying, my Persian Jewish great grandmom would be sad if she saw how Iran's regime treats Iranians and Jews. Yes, it is sad. Oh, wow. We have a Persian Jewish great grandma. So you're Iranian then. You're with us, like as we said already last time. You are Iranian. You didn't even have to get the honorary Iranian title that we give to other people here because you were already Iranian. And thank you, PC, for always supporting us. And then Takaks, thank you so much for the super chat, saying, Goldie, I just want to make sure you got my email and it has not ended in spam. When you have the time, please check. Subject is name, comma, be their voice. I don't want to name drop here. Thanks, and Javid Shah.
Okay, I'll definitely take a look. Thank you so much. I have someone who's monitoring my email inbox on my behalf and going through everything. So I'll send a message to them and ask them to forward that email to me for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. And then we have Tom for Life saying, happy Friday, Armin and Goldie, and great work. Well, thank you. Happy Friday and Shabbat Shalom. And then we have Adam. Thank you so much for the super chat saying, Armin, you were just speaking an alien language. Oh, alien revolution. Oh, okay. Also, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for the super chat. And then we have,
something, Armin, from now on, whenever you bring up baby Yoda,
okay,
I'm just going to pull this up.
Okay. Okay. That might make me say it more though. Okay. I mean, I like that. Is this a punishment? Okay.
Oh no.
That looks good. Okay. Okay. And thank you. Okay. And then but Baby Yoda is cute. You don't like it?
No, it's cute. It's cute. I'm just teasing.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then Unicorn, thank you so much for the super chat. Say, oh, for the Blazer Fund, I will specifically make sure, Unicorn, that specific super chat is dedicated to the Blazer. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. And then we have Evan Christian Sen, great username, saying, "You guys good?" But by the way, apparently I learned that this is how people say hi in Norway. I didn't know that. I thought this is a health check every single time, but it's not. It's just hi. It's a Norwegian hi. Okay, you guys good? We're good. Okay, saying, Armin, do you remember? Do you remember to drink water after reacting to Fentas is good after exercise? Oh yeah, okay, yes. Don't worry. I am. Look at this. I just finished this, and now I'm going on this one, and then I have a third one prepared right here. But thank you for that. Have you read about Mardavij Ziarid? Nope, but I'm gonna search for it, so maybe I could check it later. Mardavij Ziarid. What is this? Oh wait, this is Persian. Maybe I should look at it in Persian so I could read it more properly. Oh, Mardavij Ziari. Bunyanguzar Ziarian. Okay, so this is a historical figure in Persian history. So no, I haven't read that, but I'll check it. And thank you for bringing it to my attention. And then, hey, oh my God, guys, look at this. My Blazer fund is growing. Look at that. I will be able. Okay, guys.
Now you have no excuses.
Now I have no excuses. I'll make sure I get one fast then. Look at that. All right. I don't know how much a Blazer goes by, but I think now I do. Yeah. Thank you. So Sherry, thank you so much. Saying towards Blazer fund for Blazer for Armin. Thank you so much. I'll make sure I'll use it for that. And then KP with another super chat saying, Armin, for your Blazer. Oh my God, what the hell? Guys, I'm getting a Blazer for free at this rate. Saying, Armin, for your Blazer fund from your Florida aunt. Oh, I have an aunt. Guys, I have an aunt in Florida. Amazing. I didn't have an aunt in Florida, but now I do. Thank you, KP. Fantastic. And then Koala Katie saying, Armin Monocle fund. Oh no. Oh my God. Should I get that? Okay, I guess I should get that as well. Thank you, Koala Katie. And then we have Adam saying, Armin, I liked the AI blue suit you had. What? Oh. Wait, did I have a blue suit? I don't know what we're talking about here. I was wearing a blue shirt. I don't know what this is referring to. But thank you, Adam. Armin Zelinsky. Oh, this was when Goldie showed that image with me looking like Monopoly Man. Okay, does that make me look like a Zelensky? Okay. And then we have G-Force saying, FYI, Monopoly Man doesn't wear a monocle. It doesn't? Is this one of those things that you misremember? Why is my keyboard not typing? Monopoly Man. Are you sure?
Yes, he does. He does wear a monocle.
Oh my God, he's right. He doesn't.
What are you talking about?
Oh no, he does. Okay, he does. Wait.
In some versions, he had a monocle.
Wait. It's the Mandela effect.
Oh no. That can't be right. I specifically recall the Monopoly Man having a monocle.
Oh no, it's not. Look at this. Somebody saying, oh, look at this. This person saying the Mandela effect that shook me to my core. And then on the left, we have the Monopoly Man with the monocle, and the right we don't. So the left side represents the most common false memories from the Mandela effect, a psychological phenomenon where large groups of people share the same vivid but incorrect recollection. So Monopoly Man having a monocle is one of those.
Okay, we need to make a poll.
Okay. Oh wow, thank you guys for this. Did you weird. Ooh, people have been discussing Monopoly Man not having monocles for a long time. Oh my god, apparently he doesn't.
Wait, let me change the position here. All right, there you go, guys.
Which version of the Monopoly Man do you remember? Yeah, with monocle for sure. That's what I remember. Okay, let's go back here. All right. 1, 1, 1. Oh, I can't highlight anything, right? Because if I highlight, oh my god, look at this. Look at Texas Trucker Jeff. Look at his profile picture. Oh my god. Oh no.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's
I
a good
approve.
one. Yes, you know, we should put me as a Monopoly Man and you as holding the with the hijabi and holding the no.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the,
Okay.
Okay.
Too funny.
All right. I'm like, oh, a new profile pic. Thanks so much.
I approve. I think it's fantastic.
Oh no. Okay. Rothschild Armin. Okay. Yeah, looking like a Rothschild. And then Shabbat Shalom from Ida. Oh, that was Amir, by the way. Amir, thank you so much. And then Ida saying Shabbat Shalom. And Shabbat Shalom to you and Amir. And then we have Hanlan with a beautiful Ukrainian flag giving us a super sticker. Slava Ukrainie. Thank you, Hanlan. And then we have Hazy saying, is it Hazy or Hazy? I'm going to say Hazy. Hazy saying, God bless the Arabs of Abu Ghosh for feeding starving Israelis every Shabbat. Oh, that's the name of that's the name of the town. Yes. Thank you. The Arabs of Abu Ghosh for feeding starving Israelis every Shabbat. Thank you. Okay, yes. So it's a famous thing then. All right, it's famous. There needs to be a sign about that, by the way, in Jerusalem, because thankfully somebody told us we almost died from starvation. Remy, thank you so much for the super chat saying, Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda. And then the next super chat as well.
Oh my god.
But David say, Baby Yoda, baby Yoda. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. And then KP, my aunt in Florida, right? Saying, Goldie, maybe you should change Armin's tie to white so that he doesn't look like sitting. What is this? How can I wait? Who's
Snidely Whiplash?
Snidely Whiplash. Oh, Snidely Whiplash. An autocorrect change.
Oh, Armin, this is from Snidely Whiplash. Oh no! Oh no!
Show.
This is savage. Oh my gosh! All right, let me just save this. Let me save this and I'll bring it up. No, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, okay. Okay, that looks. Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
Too
God.
funny.
Too funny. And also, she also said an autocorrect changed bucket of weak coffee to buck. Oh, okay. See, when you guys do autocorrect or mispronounce things, I keep doubting myself. But thank you, KP. Thank you, Aunt KP. Amir, thank you so much, Amir, for the super chat. Always. Oh my God, here's again. Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda. Goldie, don't get angry with me, okay? It's the chat. It's the chat. It's not me. Okay. And again, okay. And it's again for the Blazer fund. And also, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda. Oh my God. What's happening? Oh, and our friend Atki Wiriad Au Ki Sifri Fiaduron nailed it. Again, thank you. Another one for the Blazer Fund as well. Thank you guys. You guys are
Yeah,
so
I think your chat is pretty much telling you that you should wear a blazer. They agree with me.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm gonna do it. I mean, the crowd have spoken. Okay. And then we have KB anti. Oh, I love your username, anti-commie. KB anti-commie saying pocket watch fund. Oh my God, we're going for the full thing. So pocket watch fund for Mr. Navabi, the Dapper, and Mandela effect is a CIA psyop. Oh wow, okay. Well, and we don't want to get in trouble, but thank you. And then we're gonna I need to get a pocket watch too as well, apparently now. And then we have Mr. Ed saying Goldie is thinking of Mr. Peanut. Oh, Mr. Peanut has a monocle.
Oh, okay, could be Mr. Peanut.
Oh, let me check. Is it Mr. Peanut? Peanut. Do you have it? Oh, yep, he does. He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
But people still remember the Monopoly man with the monocle. So
true. Yeah, that's how I remember. Yeah, see, 82%. Wow. And then Amir, thank you so much for the super chat, Amir, always supporting us, saying, what is that? What does that stand for? I forgot what this is.
What do you? I think it's what WTDY.
What do you?
I think he meant what do you mean? It was a typo.
Okay. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean Monopoly guy doesn't wear a monocle? Arabs stole that.
No. You know who stole it? It was the Jews. Always blame the Jews. It was the Jews, right? That's the new conspiracy theory.
But isn't the Monopoly man Jewish himself? I mean, he's in finance and stuff, so I don't know. He's into the Jews stole. I think the Monopoly man is Jewish.
Terrible.
Right. Okay, and then we have Andres saying for the mustache. Oh my God, we're getting a complete set. Okay, I think mustache fun. I'm going for the full look, guys. I'm gonna go for the full look, but I'm gonna work my way up. Okay, we're gonna do the blazer first, but okay, the mustaches are now included as well. And actually, with that super chat, I think I could afford a mustache. The pocket watch fund, I think I don't know if that will cover the pocket watch unless I get a fake one. I'm gonna get a fake one. And then we have Christian Ivan Christiansen with another super chat saying, Armin. What is that?
Armin Poirot and the Mandela Effect Monopoly Man.
What's Poirot?
I'm not sure. Wait.
Poirot. Oh, wait. This is a TV serial that we used to watch when we were kids in Iran. It used to get dubbed into Persian. What is this guy? Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. Oh, wow, this brings memories. Wow. Okay, so this guy.
Oh.
But this was a detective. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Armin, is that I forgot how to pronounce. Let me put it in Persian.
Oh, it's
so I
pronounced
could
Pero.
Hercule Poirot. Poirot. Hercule Poirot. That's how we said it in Iran.
Okay, so now it's Armin Poro.
Poirot.
Okay, now I get the reference.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Armin Poirot
Poirot.
and the Mandela Effect Monopoly.
It is French, so French would be pronounced Poirot.
Poirot. Okay. Wow. Oh my God. This was a tradition with me, my brother, and my mom. We would have a specific food whenever this show starts. We would have hot dogs in buns and lettuce and lemon juice. And that was the food for this specific show. That was our family, the three of us, my mom and my brother. We would get all of that ready and we get ready for the show. So this is bringing me nostalgia, so much nostalgia. Okay, and thank you. Ida, thank you so much for the super chat. Wow, thank you guys. You guys were very supportive today. Ida saying, I still insist he had a monocle, no matter how much proof everybody gives me. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, look at 82% of the people agree with you, so you're in good company. And thank you so much for the super chat, Ida. And then Roger, our first honorary Iranian on Iran Revolution Live, gave us a super chat saying, my heroes, Chicago loves you. 1 being our first. Thank you, Robert. We will never forget that you were number 1. And thank you so much for the support from Chicago. And then Jets with a super chat. Thank you, Jets, for saying hi. Hi, right back at you, Jets. Thank you so much for supporting us. I appreciate your support. Love you. And then we got another super chat here by CRWMIFY saying, love you guys. Javid Shah from Vancouver, BC. My wife is Iranian and watch every day for the past few months. You are awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you to your wife. Please say hi. If she's watching, hi. Thank you for watching us. And thank you for being on our side, by our side for all of these months. We appreciate you having you here. Okay. And that was the last super chat, Goldie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was pretty interesting. And as you can see, based on our poll, so people remember the Monopoly man with the monocles. So we're going to chop this up to the Mandela effect. So there you go. The chat has spoken on that. So with that, I mean, apparently there's some breaking news. I don't know how relevant this is, but let me just pull it up here because I think I saw something. I was also watching not President Trump. I was watching Fox News earlier because I have that sort of on my screen, and they were speaking about Iran and President Trump in the Situation Room. So let me send this to you so that you can share this, and I'll send you a few other links to share as well, because I'd love to get your opinion and reaction on this. So I sent you the first one.
Okay.
I'll send you a few more.
Okay, let me flip myself then. So I'm looking this way instead. Okay, let's see this.
Well, price is always going to be a function of supply and demand, but I do know I did hear this morning there were some stations in New Jersey and Pennsylvania that had already dropped price to $3.99 and others following that. So we'll have to see where that goes. But
guys, this is devastating news for the Islamic Republic because the Islamic Republic was bragging so much about how higher oil prices and fuel prices and how the Americans are. They went hunting for Americans crying about fuel prices in United States to show the regime supporters that they have devastated Americans. So this is going to be humiliating, very humiliating. Oil prices are dropping like a rock.
That had already dropped price to $3.99, and others following that. So we'll have to see where that goes. But I would say, with this previous story you just ran about the shadow fleet, I mean, this goes back to the failed sanctions of the Biden administration. With the failed sanctions on Russia, Venezuela, and Iran, all three of those countries, the oil just kept flowing. They just found different mechanisms to deliver it. China built up the largest strategic petroleum reserve in the world, and when you have failed sanctions, you just turn those countries into China's discount gas station. But President Trump's blockade, which is effectively stopping the flow, that is putting leverage, an immediate leverage on Iran today. And I should say Iran, it's the IRGC. I mean, what's left is
Oh, I like this guy. Look at this.
The flow, that is putting leverage, an immediate leverage on Iran today. And I should say Iran, it's the IRGC. I mean, what's left is a terrorist group with a declining oil field. That's who's there. But again, President Trump's got great leverage, great negotiator, and I'm positive he's going to come out of this with a great deal.
Yeah. It's very unlikely for anything other than a great deal, which would mean a surrender deal, for President Trump to be happy. Oh, guys, look at this. Ooh, you're seeing activity. Look at this. 6 U.S. Air Force. Let's look at the picture first. Look, you see these aircraft, these military assets here, and 6 U.S. Air Force C-17A Globemaster 3 strategic transport aircraft are en route to the Middle East. A movement occurring amid escalating regional tensions and the heightened readiness of U.S. force around the Persian Gulf. These aircraft play a key role in the rapid transfer of troops, heavy equipment, and logistical support for military operations. Look at this. This is the route that they went through. We need to keep an eye, guys, on everything, because some activity is happening that might suggest that some kinetic military operations are about to happen.
Actually, on that note, Armin, before we go to the other links that I shared with you, look at this breaking news from Iran International. So 30 minutes ago, they posted local residents reported hearing air defense activity on Iran's Qishm Island on Friday evening, with no immediate official confirmation or details on the cause, semi-official Mehr news agency reported. And then 15 minutes ago, they posted breaking: an enemy micro UAV near Qishm was hit and destroyed by the Iranian army's air defense, says IRGC affiliated Tasnim News reported after air defense activity was reported on Qishm Island.
Wow.
So apparently something's happening.
Things are happening. Incredible.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Go to
the
rest of
Thank you, Goldie. Thank you, guys. See, Goldie has eyes everywhere. Goldie has eyes everywhere. Oh, we got a new video from... Let me refresh this. Let me bring this down. Bring this back up. And then go over here. So we have a new video from... So Princess Pahlavi had a meeting recently with his supporters and the people in his team. And there's this 3-minute video that got released from it, and it's very important. Let's actually read the caption first. Princess Pahlavi said, "Use all of your capacity for influence in the path of the Lion and Sun Revolution." Another segment from the online meeting with a number of activists and media and artist figures. Okay, so let's watch this together. Should I read the translation, Goldie, or just play it and let people read it?
I think just play it and people can read the subtitles. I'll remove the chat here so people can see the subtitles.
Okay.
من فکر کنم هر کسی که یک توان تاثیرگذاری داره، حالا چه به عنوان هنرمند، چه به عنوان ورزشکار، چه به عنوان محقق و دلیل این که به اون حالت شهرت پیدا میکنن موضوع است که از این شهرتشون به چه جهتی استفاده بکنن. یکی از دوستان خوبمون بعضیاتون از نزدیک میشناسید، مکس امینی رو میخوام مثال بزنم. با مکس امینی وقتی میره یک برنامه کمدی میذاره، اونم تو این وضعیت، ولی تو خود برنامهش میاد یک کلیپی رو پخش میکنه که همه رو تو اون سالن متأثر میکنه در ارتباط با همین انتخابی که در ژانویه افتاد. اونم تو یک سالن بسیار معروف مدیسون اسکوئر گاردن اومده از پلتفرم خودش استفاده کرده برای اینکه یک نکته رو یادآور بشه. البته که نبایستی دست از این فعالیت برداشت. به همون نظری که ورزشکارانی که اومده بودن دیدار من به عنوان کسانی که شناخته شده هستن، قهرمان نمیدونم تکواندو بودن یا نمیدونم شطرنج بودن یا چه بودن، با اون شهرت میان تو تلویزیون صحبت میکنن و تفکر رو جلب میکنن به سمت مسائل ایران. خب اینجوری میتونن بیشترین تاثیر رو بگذارن. یادم میاد با آقای فراختشاد و دیگران چه صحبتی داشتیم، یا بابک امینی عزیز در ارتباطی با بقیه هنرمندان. همه باید بتونن از هر پلتفرمی که از اون طریق بیشترین شهرت رو دارن اتفاقا استفاده بکنن برای رسوندن صدا. الان وقت این چالش ها نیست. ما در کل تیشه به ریشه خودمون نباید بزنیم. ما در یک جمعی باستی به شکل همون کثرت‌گراییش به قضیه نگاه بکنیم، اصلا وارد تفکرات شخصی نشیم. ما یک هدف خیلی بالاتر از نظرهای شخصی خودمون داریم که باز بهش برسیم، حالا چه دینی باشیم چه آته باشیم، اصلا مسئله این نیست.
Oh! Guys, look at this. We were mentioned, inclusive. Look at this. Prince, our leader of our revolution and our future leader of the transitional government and our future Shah. Look at this. Atheists are mentioned. Look at it. Whether we are religious or atheists is not the issue, guys. We are remembered as the citizens of Iran. We're included. Oh my God. I don't know, guys. I've been fighting for atheist visibility for all my life, so I get overly excited when this happens. Right. This is inclusivity, guys. Like this is honestly like something I've been fighting most of my life, for us to be noticed, that we exist, that we're part of society. And look at this, our king is noticing us. Notice us. Atheist lives Goldie, thank you. Goldie saying atheist lives matter. Look at that.
شخصی خودمون داریم که باز بهش برسیم، حالا چه دینی باشیم چه آته باشیم، اصلا مسئله این نیست. ما باید یادآوری میشیم که کدوم اصل رو هممون باید امروز قهرمانش باشیم یا چمپیونش باشیم. اصل اونه. اگه در اون تبلیغ اون آلترناتیوی که همگی دست به دست هم داریم با هم کار بکنیم، اون مهمه، نه که بخوایم نظر خودمون رو تحمیل کرده باشیم. من از خودم شروع میکنم. از خودم همیشه شروع میکنم. من هرگز نمیام یه حرف رو بزنم با دیده که بخوایم این نظر رو تحمیل بکنم. بگم مثل هر چیز دیگه این جزء اون انتخابی است که نهایتاً جامعه باید انجام بده. ولی وقتی که متعهد هستم به یه سری اصول، وقتی که بهتون میگم برای من حق انتخاب یک چیز غیر قابل معامله است، یه ده ممکنه خوششون بیاد یکی خوششون نیاد، ولی این تعهد من هست. مثلا تعهدم وای میستم ولی تحمیل نمی کنم، میگم از من انتظاری غیر از این نداشته باشی. اینو دارم میگم.
So see, guys, like this is fantastic. You know, we disagree, we have different views, and we could live with each other with our disagreements, you know. The key is we could even try to convince each other of our perspective. The key thing that we shouldn't be doing is imposing our views on others, okay? You could have your views, and you could even try to convince other people of your views, but the where you have to draw the line is that you can't impose your views on other people. That's what we should not do. And our leader, our prince, our king, he's saying that he doesn't, like, he starts with himself. Like, it's completely okay to disagree. He says it's completely okay for you to disagree with me. Okay, but I wouldn't impose my views on you, and you shouldn't do it either. And this is what we're fighting for. This is what we're fighting for. And then we had this by Kamran as Prince, part of Prince Reza Pahlavi's Nufti team. Let's see what he said. So he posted this saying, in recent days, you've seen regime propaganda trying to portray the Iranian diaspora as out of touch for celebrating the elimination of the dictator Ali Khamenei. Here's how Iranians inside the country reacted. This is why they shut off the internet. Let me actually repost this. This is a good point. And this is how the Iranian people reacted when they got the news.
دارم خواب میبینم سلام دنیای جدید واقعا خیلی خوشحالیم که موسوی برده
Guys, we will never give up fighting for liberty of these people. These people deserve the best and they got the worst. No matter what happens, we will not stop fighting until they are free. So guys, this is the end of our show. I'm going to go to our discussion group. I hope we get to see you, more people here join our discussion group. The discussion group is not just a discussion group. It's basically where we're raising an army. It's an incubator for us to basically fight for liberty globally. So I hope I get to see you guys there. I put the link in the chat. The link is also available by scanning the QR code at the top right. And it's also in the bio section on my YouTube channel, Liberty Politics. So you could get to it, like you could find it there. And yeah, I'll see you guys there in about 2 minutes. And that's us for today. So let me actually flip myself so I look like I'm looking at Goldie, because I don't want to look like I'm looking into the void. All right. So yes. All right, guys. So that was us. So we'll see you guys same time here tomorrow for another episode of Iran Revolution Live. And until then, I'm Israel Chai. Long live America.
God bless America.
Javid Shah.
Payande Iran.
Iran.
See you guys tomorrow.
غرق انقلاب است. کشور ما، تاریخ ما، ترسیده گر فرا گرفته، گویی یهورا مستا دوباره در نور خود مرا گرفته هشتون سرودی سر میدهم باز بار رنج و تشویش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش هن ای پدر هن ای پسر برخیز و باماش و هنگام تا درد آن تجربه تلخ ما را نکشیده در آب بگذار هر دم بغرند برکا دم لباس میش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ای کارگر ای برزگر راحت قانون ادامه دارد در این زمان که پرتو یزدان از هر سو بر تو میبارد پس پیش به سوی آزادی از بحر خزر تا کیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش خلقا به پا بحر دفاع از استقلال و آزادی تا بشکنیم پشت ارتجاع تیریزی ویران آبادی تا زنده سازیم سنت‌های می از بر بالین و کیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش با امید روزی که تمام این دلبشو و انقلاب تموم بشه و ما در روشنایی نور و سعادت مردم کشورمون غرق بشیم نه خارجی نه بیگانه نه مستشارهای ویرانی نه چیر خاران نه کاسلیسان فقط هم رزمان ایرانی تا با شرافت میهنی بسازی بهر فرزندان خویش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش مردم بیایید داخل صف ما اکنون که آغاز رویاست دشمنان بدانید ما زنده هستیم بعد از ما هم ایران پابرجاست آن روح شیطان ما را فریب داد با صد شعار مردمیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش پرچم ما پرچم ایران غرق خون شهیدان روی شانه هامان حمل میکنیمش در هر خیابان و میدان تا ماسک دلقکان را برداریم از روی تسبیح و ریش ایران غرق انقلاب است به پیش به پیش به پیش